Can you celebrate your own month in fucking peace and quiet without having to fucking do this shit? I don't like the fact that they're pushing this shit into fucking movies, into fucking video games or whatever. I agree with Nickmercs. Leave this shit alone and leave it alone with the kids. Nobody gives a fuck that you're gay. Nobody gives a fuck that you're lesbian. Nobody gives a fuck that you're bisexual. Nobody gives a fuck that you're trans. I don't give a shit.
Final round. Fight!
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Martin, aka Level, here on the Level Up channel. And today we're going to be reacting to, this is actually Geeks plus Gamers, kind of giving some insight and additional information into what's going on with the whole Nickmercs situation. A pride parade going on, and anti-LGBTQ people showed up, started fighting with them. The cops got called. And I guess it was in front of a school or something. Nickmercs tweeted out about leaving the kids alone, quit involving the children, you know, and yeah, I mean, we're going to get right into this shit. I'm interested to know what this guy thinks, as well as I have 2 other videos after this on opinions or more insight into the information. So before we get into the video, I just want to say shout out to the new subscribers. If you could please subscribe, like the video, and comment down below, as this does help out the channel moving forward. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get into the video. This first one's going to be by Geeks plus Gamers. I'll link down below the link to this video and their channel. So yeah, let's check this out as this guy gives us more information on this on the situation.
Call of Duty has really stepped into it big time, and I think this could be their Target moment. This could be their Bud Light moment. I think this is going to be huge, and I don't think they are fully prepared for what is about to happen to them after how they have responded to Nickmercs, a streamer that they recently put a skin of him in the Call of Duty game, and because he had the opinion, the dangerous opinion, that children should be left alone by all of these left-wing activists, because children should be left alone. Call of Duty released this statement saying, due to recent events, we have removed the Nickmercs operator bundle from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating pride with our employees and our community. This is a catastrophic mistake, and I want Call of Duty to burn to the ground over this, just like Bud Light has, just like Target has. We have seen Call of Duty dipping into the social justice garbage over the years. This one right here takes the cake. The fact that they are punishing someone for having the very controversial opinion of they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Now, he's responding to a tweet from MLG Puckett, and this is where the tweet says, anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators. This guy Puckett says, this happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. Really? So anytime
Americans are in a sad place right now. Who is? Are you? Because I know I'm not. I'm not even as big of a, you know, content creator as they are, or Nickmercs, God forbid. I'm not even fucking close to that. And I don't even care if at this point, as little as I've grown into my channel, that this gets me fucking canceled. Honest to God, I'm not anti-LGBTQ. I don't give a fuck. Here's the thing that I do side with Nickmercs. I think a lot of this shit needs to be left alone. As they develop, children's minds are not capable of understanding what the fuck being bisexual, lesbian, or any of that is. They don't. They don't. Just like they don't know the difference between right and wrong, it's up to the parent to teach them what is right and what is wrong. And it's not saying being part of the LGBTQ community is wrong. It's simply saying that, you know, that's a whole different subject that as kids start to grow, they'll figure those things out by themselves. Okay, it is not your responsibility to push that onto children. And my response would be to somebody who is a part of this community, would you be okay with me teaching your son, your daughter, and your children that being straight is cool, being straight is, you know, the best thing to do, you know, being straight is okay, and this, would you be okay if I was influencing your child to be straight? No? Because you're part of this LGBTQ community? Okay. Well, then vice versa. I'm not okay with you trying to push the agenda that being fucking gay, lesbian, trans, or whatever the fuck, iguana, whatever the fuck else y'all identify as. I don't need you to push that onto my children or his children or her children. Worry about your own fucking kids. Okay? And that's just me. You know, as far as Nickmercs, that's fucking stupid. To get your skin removed off of that, to simply just have an opinion and not agree with it, and having your skin completely moved. I'm a huge investor into Call of Duty over the years, playing their game. Call of Duty is my favorite game to play. It is. When I get home and I turn on the PlayStation 5, the first thing I'm fucking putting on is Call of Duty. I don't think about any other game but Call of Duty. Okay? And the fact that they got rid of his skin, why? Because it's fucking Pride Month? Nobody gives a shit. They don't. To me, June is June. And guess what? July is 4th of July. It's another part of summer and being in the pool, being outside, you know, things like that. When I think of July, I don't think of fucking whatever month it is. When I think of June, I don't think of what fucking month it is. I don't give a shit that it's there. Can you celebrate your own month in fucking peace and quiet without having to fucking do this shit? I don't care. I don't. I don't like the fact that they're pushing this shit into fucking movies, into fucking video games or whatever. I agree. I agree with Nickmercs. Leave this shit alone and leave it alone with the kids. Nobody gives a fuck that you're gay. Nobody gives a fuck that you're lesbian. Nobody gives a fuck that you're bisexual. Nobody gives a fuck that you're trans. I don't give a shit. But I guarantee, if we were to start hosting parades for all the straight people, that would be a problem. That would be fucking, that would be anti-LGBTQ when we're simply just having our own straight parade. If we were to start doing shit like this about how being straight is cool and having fucking parades out in the street and shit about how straight we are, y'all'd be throwing a fucking bitch fit over this shit, LGBTQ community. Then it would be a fucking problem, right?
So I looked up this guy named MLG Puckett. And MLG Puckett, Mr. I just want people to live their lives and be who they want to be. This is him on January 6th, 2021. If you still support Donald Trump after he lost the election, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I want to think
he has
you
the
can still
fucking
be a good
Confederate
person,
flag.
but this is an image from today I associate with you. It's seared into my mind. What happened to let people live? Let people be who they want to be. So now you're basically saying this one guy that has a picture on the internet that I don't like, I am going to associate him with all 75 million people that voted for Donald Trump. But on the same token now you want to say, let people love and live your own life. Judgmental piece of shit. That's what you are. That is who Nickmercs was responding to, probably someone he's friends with. And the reaction from Call of Duty has been catastrophic so far. Alex Zedra says, no wonder COD is the worst it's ever been. Dumb as fuck.
Let's be honest, man. I haven't honestly enjoyed Call of Duty since Black Ops 3. I haven't. I didn't like when, you know, Modern Warfare after that was, you know, came out. I didn't like Modern Warfare 2. I'm going to be honest. I don't like it. I didn't like Vanguard. I didn't like Cold War. I didn't like any of it. I haven't enjoyed myself fully since Black Ops 3. I think that's really when the downfall started. And for COD to remove Nickmercs stuff like this, you would think you wouldn't make this move. And the reason you wouldn't make this move is because, like this guy said earlier, did you not learn when Bud Light or Target or any of that shit sided with the LGBTQ? Do you really want to get into that shit? Leave it alone. I wouldn't be surprised if Call of Duty does get canceled. I wouldn't be surprised by it. Did you not see what what the outcome was for them choosing to make that decision and by picking a side? Now, maybe y'all could have privately messaged Nickmercs to remove the tweet, or, you know, just saying like, hey, we're not asking you to remove it. Just moving forward, if you could please, you know, we're trying to stay out of this as the Call of Duty franchise, you know, as somebody who represents us, we're trying to stay out of it as much as possible. You could have messaged him in private. You immediately just had to remove the skin, and then by then removing the skin, you're choosing a side. I guess they'll learn. Because, you know, and unfortunately, if that means like a huge decrease in sales, whether I choose or choose not to continue playing the game, again, I have my own opinion. And I don't know if that's going to stop me personally from playing Call of Duty because I love the Call of Duty so much. What is it going to change my mind on playing the game moving forward? I don't know. I can't lie. It did the same thing for me whenever I used to drink Bud Light all the time. And then after the whole situation with them went down, can't lie, I have stopped drinking it. It's just the fact that when these huge organizations and franchises start getting involved with situation and political situations like this, you're asking you're setting yourself up for failure. You're digging your own fucking grave.
I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. I mean, full transparency. You know, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off.
Fuck that. I would, at this point, you've already drawn the attention. You got a whole bunch of, look at all the W's in the chat right here. Look at all the fucking W's. People are supporting you. Don't be afraid to piss people off. That's the one thing I've always preached is no matter if one day I'm a huge streamer or even right now don't have the biggest platform. I don't care if at this point I get canceled. I'm going to voice my fucking opinion. The left ain't going to convince me of what my opinion is. The right ain't going to convince me of whatever side I'm on, whether I'm Republican or Democrat. It didn't matter. I'm going to voice my opinion either way. I don't give a fuck if you believe it, she believes it, or he believes it. I don't care. And by this point, Nickmercs, voice your fucking opinion. You've already tweeted something that you can't come back from. Whether you thought it was good or bad, whether I think it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. Fuck it. Say how you feel. It's your opinion. You should be able to say, by him saying, I don't want to piss people off, is therefore they're making him think that he has to limit what he should or shouldn't be able to say. Fuck that. Who gives a shit? Have your opinion. Say your fucking opinion. If they don't like it, kick rocks. Fuck you. And that's how I would feel. It'd be a fuck you mentality. If you don't like what I have to say, fuck you. You don't have to agree with it. We can agree to disagree. I mean, by this point, Nickmercs, say what you got to say. That's all. Don't be afraid to voice your opinion. Because then you're giving them the upper hand. You're allowing them to think that they have control of you, and they don't.
My wife and I just had a baby, but her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago. The video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. Now, listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree.
Exactly.
That's fine. We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong.
He is already saying way too much. He's already trying to explain way too much. These people, these freaks, do not care. The more you say, the worse it gets for you. The more that
they call them freaks,
get under your skin, the worse it is for you.
I'm not apologizing about the tweets. I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make.
The whole comment that he made about, if you're upset, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Fuck you. I meant to upset you. That's the answer. Yes, I meant to upset you because I don't care about your feelings if I have to explain to you that children need to be left alone.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I mean, when I say stuff, I don't mean to upset anybody. I mean, if people get their fucking feelings hurt, like I said, it's on them. If you're that sensitive about a topic, you've got your own fucking problems. But I don't intentionally, when I say stuff, I don't intentionally mean to upset anybody. That's not why I voice my opinions. I voice my opinion to get across my opinion. I don't say it with the intention of hurting anybody. But like I said, they get their feelings hurt, or they're just too fucking sensitive about this shit, then yeah, I guess. Alrighty, well, here we go. This is DrDisrespect's video of him voicing his opinion on the situation. DrDisrespect, fucking love DrDisrespect. DrDisrespect is exactly what his name sounds like. He don't give a fuck. And I like that.
If you don't know the news, yesterday, it just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. That Call of Duty, Activision made the decision to pull Nickmercs' skin and bundle off the game. I mean, he's one of us. He's one of us streamers, right? I mean, to get your own skin and bundle and that whole collaboration on the biggest shooter franchise out there and be one of the first to do it in Call of Duty, that's such a massive accomplishment, you know? And he worked hard, years and years, built a nice community. He's a great representation of a streamer gaming. And just like that, he made it, got it in there, and they pulled it down. That's
Sad.
a fucking tough one, man.
Yeah.
So what I got to do, what we got to do,
He's uninstalling the fucking game.
is uninstall the game. Number one. I mean, don't get a mistake. This year's Call of Duty is the worst in its franchise.
One of them.
That decision by COD's PR marketing team. I'll tell you right now, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to digest for the two-time.
Yeah, I completely agree with DrDisrespect here. It's a hard pill to swallow, that's for sure. I don't think Nickmercs should have been taken down for this shit. I don't. I don't think. Now, am I gonna install the game? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I paid a lot of fucking money for that game. I don't know. I do appreciate and acknowledge the fact that, you know, and agree with that. DrDisrespect ain't turning down for nobody. Okay, he's here to show that he's standing up for Nickmercs. He's got his back. I do respect that a lot, DrDisrespect, and I think a lot of people have respect for him. You know, the fact that he uninstalled the game, I would imagine because of the big supporting that he has, all the kids and boys and girls and men and women out there that also uninstalled the game because he did so as well. Like I said, is this worthy of uninstalling? I don't know, but I do love the fact that he's willing to stand up for this shit and stand up for Nickmercs. Have his back, brother, and huge respect to DrDisrespect.
That's the other thing. Like, Nick's playing Apex. Apex is even geekier than Call of Duty. Call of Duty is like more fucking... Call of Duty in and of itself is like more fucking hoorah, American imperialism, blah, 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 all this shit. Apex is so fucking... You have to suck it to get better at it, okay? It's like wild to me that like the most bisexual game out of all the fucking shooters, and that's the one he's playing, and he loves it, and it's like he's saying this kind of shit. Like, Apex literally is a trans character, dude. Remember when COD put you in the game? Yeah, it wasn't very nice when Call of Duty put me in the game. I was the villain of the story and bald. That's the other thing. Like, Nick's
This motherfucker is just stupid. You know, the fact that he's talking about Nickmercs going to Apex after, you know, the whole incident with Call of Duty. Who gives a fuck? He's a fucking gamer. If he wanted to go play fucking Wii tennis right after this shit, who gives a fuck? I mean, Hassan's just one of those people. I could just tell. He didn't have nobody who loved him growing up. So now he just feels the need to be a dick to everybody else in the world. I don't think you ever watch this, but if you do, brother, you just don't say nothing at all. You literally, it sounds like whatever is coming out of Hassan's mouth isn't on part with what the fuck is going on in his head. Like, they're on two different fucking times. And this is just plain stupid. This is just fucking retarded. He hurt my fucking brain. My fucking IQ just went down a couple points just listening to this shit. All right, y'all, that's gonna go ahead and end it right there. Like I said, this is an interesting topic. You know, shout out to Nickmercs. You know, I like you, Nick. I don't give a fuck that you said that. Even if I was in full support and you saw me out there fucking with those in the parade and shit for Pride Month, I still wouldn't give a fuck about your opinion, Nickmercs. Like, your opinion's your opinion. If y'all want to be out there and be gay and fucking have parades and shit and do your own fucking things, I don't fucking care. What I have a problem with is when you try to push that shit onto me or kids who aren't capable of understanding that shit. Anybody, not necessarily just kids. Let me take that back. I don't like when you try to push that shit onto anybody but your own self. Worry about your own fucking self. Quit trying to persuade me to believe whatever you believe. I would never do that to you. Show me the same respect by not doing that shit to me. I feel like anybody who's a part of the LGBTQ community, all they fucking want is attention. And you fucking got it from Nick, one of the biggest creators in the fucking world right now. You got it from him. I just simply ignore them. I tune them the fuck out. I don't give a shit about it. I don't give a fuck if you think Pride Month is June. To me, June is June. Sorry. And I just don't fucking care. If y'all could go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below your feelings towards this whole situation. Make sure to comment. I would like to know what everybody else thinks. And like I said, like and subscribe, as this really does help the channel moving forward. That's all I have for today. And yeah, until next time, peace.